Okay, we're live.
Oh, we are? It doesn't show me live.
It doesn't?
Now it does.
My God, well, it takes a bit, but here we are.
Okay, hang on. Hold on.
Oh, what
Okay,
happened?
because I have the screens going, so I'd be hearing both of us either way
I thought.
because of the audio. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
okay. Well, look, it was gonna be what it was gonna be, guys. Sorry to burn you out on this one. Welcome to the half-ass show. Welcome, first of all, realistically, to those of you who are just finding us. Welcome to Magic Ninja Robot.
Yeah,
And
welcome.
we have been on Twitch for about a year and a half, I would say, is about a fair assessment.
Yeah.
And we usually do the podcast on Twitch. However, we've been screaming for the last year, oh, we're going to get live content to you guys. We're going to get content to you guys. We promise, we promise. So we're doing this.
That's the best thing that we could think of.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
But, so those of you who don't know, Magic Ninja Robot, it used to be 4. We're down to 2. Don't ask
Yeah.
questions. Just move on with your lives. It makes life easier.
Yeah.
Nothing bad happened, just we parted ways. So it's down to myself. I'm Brandon, and I'm the resident, I guess, chaos director / director of the channel. Basically, I kind of, what would you say? I more or less run like the day-to-day operations here.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
If odds on bet, if there is a social incident you've had and you've talked to Magic Ninja Robot, it's probably me.
Yeah. I'm the one that does all the arts and
Yep.
crap.
And in her own little in-case studio over there is our designated Roz, Illy.
Yes. Hello.
And yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, we're PNGers, obviously. All the work, the backgrounds, the accessories, the characters themselves, all have been done by her. Every piece of art that has been done on this channel is done because of her.
Yeah,
Even the logo.
Except the intro. The intro was made by my brother, but
Yeah, well,
he's been doing
all
that
2D things. All 2D things.
Oh
How
yeah,
about that?
yeah. All 2D things, all the artworks or the graphic design at the end of the day, and the programming has been all my shit. So all my stuff.
Yeah. So we've mainly been on Twitch for, like I said, a year and a half, but we wanted to come over here, wanted to see how things would go here. So if you're new to the channel and you want us and you like what you see, I would really encourage you to hit subscribe because we're starting at bottom of the barrel. We have 17 people already, so I mean, we're already hitting pretty good on that. But we could always be better.
I mean, it's like this is usually what we call the library because it is the library. We only put like stuff that we done and just post it here like as a reminder, I guess, that we did it.
I will say this because it has to be a broken record at this point. We will be doing future content down the road that will be exclusive to YouTube, and we will be doing future content down the road that will be exclusive to Twitch. That will probably just generally be gaming live streams, stuff like that, because it's a better platform. However, as you'll find out, we're very opinionated and we are critical on a lot of things, so that's kind of what this channel is kind of setting up to be.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like pop culture and that kind of stuff. That's what you.
Yeah, we're pop culture based. If you're looking for politics, while I am political, I genuinely try to avoid talking about that stuff here because nobody wants to listen to this shit all the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, you want to come here and you want to just forget your troubles for a little bit, laugh and have a good time, unplug. That's why we're here. If you wanted Lincoln Douglas style debates about like the war going on, or is this person better than that person? You're in the wrong spot. Just keep moving. Our opinions will come out on politics every so often, but I try to keep it very apolitical as much as I can.
We usually don't talk about politics in this place. It's like a bar. Like you don't talk about religion or politics. Get the hell out.
unless it's based in a topic that we kind of can't avoid.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So, that's kind of that is some stuff about us. Me and Illy are married. So
sadly,
yeah, we're going on 5. We're actually going on 5, almost 6 years in next May. Will be 6 years.
Yeah.
We've known each other for a good long while, and our opinions are varied. Illy is more geared towards movies than I am. I think that's fair to say.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm actually, surprisingly, we're finding out geared more towards reading.
Boy, howdy. Yes. A lot of
Yeah.
interest. Yeah. A lot of reading. Comics and
Yeah.
that kind of crap. Yeah.
Comic books, manga, stuff like that. I would base, if we're going to base it on that, base it more towards TV. We'll say that.
I wouldn't say mangas. What fucking manga have you read? Like,
I
as
don't
a
know. I got Berserk sitting over there, and I got the Death Note series.
Well, the
I got
Death Note, yeah, I get you.
I know I got other ones, but yeah, I would definitely say my first love would definitely be comics when it comes to reading books. I will definitely say that.
Right.
Yeah, but manga sort of falls into that purview, but that's a discussion for another day.
Right.
Um, why we do this is honestly we just look. We sit here and we talk to each other. We're the typical. Well, we sit here and talk to each other. We think we're funny, so we're gonna be on the internet and make millions. We're not making millions.
Yeah, I wish we made millions.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But also we don't see a point of like, well, if we're doing this. I mean, Howard Stern, somebody I look up to personally, has even said, if I was doing this, I'd be sitting at home talking to whoever, just talking about the day's events. So why not put a microphone in front of me? And
That's
here we are.
that's what I decided. Like one day, is like, Brandon, we talk a lot of stupid things. How about we talk about stupid things on the internet?
Yeah.
I bet there's someone out there that says like, oh, you know what? Let's watch this. This is dumb.
Yeah.
So
I will say this also for people that I don't want to give people the wrong impression here. While I am the director of the channel, this is 100% Illy's creation.
yeah.
Everything we kind of set up, I just kind of fill in the blanks, but we would not be here right now if it wasn't for Illy pushing for this. So she's the one that created MNR. She's the one that kind of set it up. I just sort of filled the templates as we needed to. So please bear that in mind.
Yeah, I honestly, the first thing that I wanted to do was like reviews of movies, and I actually did a couple of them on my personal channel on Ely Draws and whatever. I have like a set of those, but I felt like by myself it wasn't working, so I decided to bring this person called my husband. And yeah, like originally it was actually a VTuber, but I got overwhelmed with it. So.
It's also a lot of work.
Yeah, no, and if I wanted a nice model and whatever, oh, Rockagoth, whoa, Rockagoth is here, Brandon.
Oh, hey, Rock. Rock is, we are bringing people over here that, we, have known from Twitch, and, you'll probably hopefully be seeing some of those guys, and one of them will be Rockagoth. I think she was talking about doing some stuff on YouTube down the road, so get used to our merry band here, and that is that.
She's apparently my #1 fan from the stuff that I do on the side.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit, obviously.
Yeah. Anyway.
But hang on, I suck at typing today.
I can see this.
Yeah. Honestly, if you're lurking right now and you're not sure what's going on, please feel free to chat because I know it will kind of get more
traction.
It gets us more traction, and also if there's perks or something that we need to work towards, it makes our lives a little faster to get there. As I learned from the Twitch debacle. Well, it's not a debacle; it's still going. But there are things that it's like if you have an active community, they unlock more things. So please, this is sort of like. If this was a radio show, this would be the call-in section, is the chat. So please do not feel that you are being hindered in any way. Speak your mind. I am actually looking at the chat. I'm the one talking on Magic Ninja Robots, so you will definitely get a real-time reaction out of me if it comes up, and I'll point it out in the chat and all that also.
Yeah, I'm honestly right now poking buttons here, so I'm the one with the camera.
When I say she's the designated Roz, I'm really not kidding. Like, she is the Roz to the Frasier of this nightmare, which is me.
Yeah, I just don't pass calls. I hope I never have to pass calls because that'd be horrible. I'd be mortified.
Yeah. Also, I mean, we have a fuck ton of celebrities coming in.
Oh yeah, ooh. Anyway. Oh my god. I feel a bit better that this is actually working. So
yeah. So far so good.
Yeah. So nice.
I'm finishing up something here. I'm kind of posting something on Mastodon. By the way, since I gotta log into that if I want to get that thinking about it probably.
What?
If you guys are, I think our page has a link tree. Yeah, it probably has the link tree.
It does have the link tree.
Yeah. That is where you'll find all of the crap we're at on socials and all that stuff. We're always looking for new people, always chatting about. I'm pretty active on Mastodon. That's kind of where I'm setting up my home at the moment.
Thing is
We
X,
have Blue.
whatever the hell.
Yeah, Illy's mainly on X. We have MNR on X, Mastodon, Blue Sky, and I'm on Blue Sky. I don't know how the hell we managed that one. We have a Discord server. That link should be in there also, so feel free to jump into our Discord. That's kind of where we do a lot of things also. We're actually doing the chat from, or the video audio portion of this
Wow,
in Discord,
you
so.
cannot talk tonight, huh?
Yeah, well, got a lot of things I'm moving along with at the moment, so
Right,
I'm
gotcha.
kind of trying to. Yeah, it's a lot of moving parts here, ladies and gents. So if we're stuttering a little bit, we're kind of partly learning new things here. So
I feel like really when we started the first time, but this time we're a bit more knowledgeable
yeah,
of how things work. So I feel a bit more secure about it. I was panicking all day. I was panicking. So
as you usually do.
yeah, no, I am stress poop and everything. It's like
Okay. And don't think you needed to share that one, but okay.
people need to
Okay.
know me.
Yeah. So if you guys have seen some of our videos on here, we recently got Super Mario RPG. Usually when we do live streams on Twitch, we will usually re-upload them up to here.
Right.
So if you've been following our videos, and I know we've seen some people view them on here, you kind of should have a rough idea of how we are. So I'm not going to spend too much more time on this just because of that.
Right.
Is there anything else you would like to say in an introduction phase for yourself, Really?
Well, we didn't talk about the Substack thing, but we're also on Substack a lot.
Yeah.
But we can go through that later on.
Yeah, and I think that's a good look. That might be a good palette bencher. Also, to kind of get in with the thing, let me just point this out. Illy is.
Oh yeah,
Mexico.
I'm Mexican.
Yeah, and our audience approves of that.
Yeah. Thank you. Kind.
Yeah.
You forgot to do that. The laugh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, also at the same time, there's hope that if we get enough subscribers tonight, the kids.
Yeah, we'll be happy.
Will be let out of the cage. So.
We poke them with a stick every time we say they.
Yeah.
Them, so.
Yeah. And if they don't, if we don't get enough.
Oh no. Shinga.
Then they will be stuck in there for another week.
So the thing is that I'm not gonna miss the sound alerts on this, but that's fine. This is fine. I can control the sound alerts from my Discord, and I'm happy with that. So
yeah, those are all from our Discord here. So we have a
yes.
Discord we try to do that with. So
anyway, but okay, sounds like we started.
got a like already. We're making progress.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So with that in mind, what we kind of do on the channel is on a half-ass show. This is a weekly wrap-up of things that happen in pop culture and all that. So, but to get to that point, you kind of need to know a little bit more about us and what we've been doing, obviously. So that brings us to a segment we kind of go, "What you doing? What you doing? What you watching? What you playing? Reading, etc."
Yeah.
And Illy, do you want to go first on this one?
Oh, wait.
Hey, welcome in.
Hey, Isra. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for coming, Isra.
So what I've been doing this week? I got into what I called my comfort movies. Like all this week, it's been kind of stressful because of the holidays. Lore from Illy. I work in retail. Fuck that.
Yeah. I work in specialty retail, so my life's a hell of a lot easier in comparison.
Yeah, so right now I'm like in the mouth of the wolf, let's say. So I said, like, you know what, I kind of want to watch what's going on. Also, it's been a couple of weeks since the month started, so a lot of places are putting new shit on their streaming services. So I started watching. Well, I watched first of all the Scott Pilgrim movie because it's been a whole full 10 years that I haven't seen it. And boy howdy, everyone was thin and young. Thin and very young, except Michael Cera because he still looks exactly the same.
He's the Highlander.
Just with a mustache? And I don't know what kind of mustache is that, Brandon.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not.
He looks like that one kid when you were in middle school that grew a little mustache and he felt like he was a grown-ass adult. Uh, it doesn't mix well.
It sounds like.
So it was kind of funny to see them all like super young, and I had a blast watching that. And right after that double combo, I watched Prince of Egypt, and man, talk about like animations back in the day. They were like made with love and everything. And I started a conversation on Twitter about that, and turns out that there's a lot of people that enjoy that crap. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, I saw the movie. From what I saw of it, I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. Except you got riffing with me at the end.
well, it's like I always say, if I'm watching a religious movie, I'm gonna end up doing a lot of jokes. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're terrible. Ay, qué terribles.
Well, not only that, but you also put in Egypt, and it's like immediately my brain goes Stargate references. What are those?
Yo, it's just that it's ridiculous, and I'm like, I forgot all the cast, and it's so weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird. Everyone is still kind of alive, except I think Val Kilmer can't talk right now, right? If I'm
Yeah,
correct.
yeah, something
Um,
about that. I mean, Steve Martin's still doing the King Tut routine.
yo. But it was kind of nice to watch like some retro movies. I mean, I saw Prince of Egypt in theaters, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, it's been a whole existence, let's say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I did this week. Like trying to like get into the. I actually watched the Gladiator. Now that I remember, I was watching that one.
Okay.
Uh, it's been a movie week. I'm just trying to disconnect from hell. So other than that, just pretty much that. On my streams, as you saw, I'm playing the Attack on Titan thing, and
Uh-huh.
I am enjoying that thing.
And if you want to know our thoughts on the finale of Attack on Titan, look for the episode that we posted last week of the Half-Ass Show, because we go into deep dive about that.
Oh hell yeah, I complain a lot. I mean,
No,
nah,
actually, we were very complimentary.
no, we love that thing.
Yeah.
I would like to see it in English next time, so I don't have to
Oh,
read anything.
we'll get there.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for that. So, other than
Right.
that, that's pretty been my week. Also, drawing a lot. Jesus Christ, my
Yeah.
hand hurts. So
Yeah, she's been basically sitting at the computer drawing, not because of this, because of another project, which, again, we'll get into in a little bit.
so yeah, what have you been doing,
Uh,
Brandon?
Well, since I was more or less told by my manager a couple weeks ago you have vacation and you need to use it now, I was off for some time, which I needed because I kind of ran crazy on my store.
Yeah.
And then because everybody in my store took all of December off, I have basically been off since last Wednesday.
Yeah, it's been great.
Oh yeah, she's just thrilled with me being home.
I love having my husband at home all day.
And then you were home for 2 of those too.
I wish I was dead. I mean, what?
No, you don't, because you would have been at work otherwise.
I mean, honestly, it's been okay. I hope you return home to work. I guess I now know how my mom feels when she started having my dad working from home 24/7, and she's like, I don't have time for me. I don't have time for me. What the hell?
I've been trying to.
I don't have
Trying
time
to
for
give you
me.
space.
No. I miss my TV, I guess.
Well,
Anyway,
you only have to endure it till like Tuesday, so there's that.
yeah, and then my parents come in. Goodbye to
Well,
my TV
that's-
permanently.
Goodbye to our TV. Let's be realistic.
Goodbye to our house. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. 100% right. So I resurrected my Guilty Gear gaming, which I was rusty. Oh, I was rusty.
Yeah, I saw you fighting.
Oh,
and
it was
bitching.
bad. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, that is what it is. Other than that, I went to the comic shop, as is tradition on a Wednesday for me.
I actually went with him. Oh my god.
She didn't have much of a choice.
I was looking for waifus. Who am I kidding? I was like,
Yeah.
I am gonna receive money. I better spend it.
That's fine. That's fine.
Hmm.
So the comic book of the week, I would actually honestly say, if you wanted to pick up something new
Mm-hmm.
and you want something a little different from your comic books, go grab DC Comics just put this out. It's called The Outsiders. And if you read a little series called Planetary, the cover should give you definite planetary vibes. And then as you read the book, I'm not going to spoil it, but damn, it's got me hooked just because I'm looking at this like, And the basic plot is it's Batwoman and I think Batwing, which is Lucius Fox's kid Luke.
Okay.
And Luke Fox has had enough of the Gotham crap. And he wants to basically go, there are bigger fish to fry than supervillains and trying to contain them. There's some crazy stuff that's happened in the world, like like a spaceship falling out of the sky type situation that we need to catalog. Basically, they're archaeologists with a twist.
Oh.
And they're trying to find all the stuff that's kind of like, I guess if you had your big bad battles,
right,
all the stuff that's fallen out around it.
Oh.
So, already explaining that premise, I hear you like, I'm intrigued.
It sounds interesting, not gonna lie.
Yeah. And I there's a third character on the cover, which I don't want to spoil because, again, if you've read Planetary, it should be very obvious where they're going with that one.
Okay.
But the ending of that is like, just I want more already, and it's only one issue. So definitely, there's another book I would say, but I haven't read it yet. So tune in next week, and maybe I'll get to that. But that's kind of what I've been doing most of the week. Is just that. Other than those things, staring at the walls.
I wish I could stare at the wall.
Kind of resting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
At least you need it. Honestly, to be really honest, after this Christmas season, I'm probably gonna take a week off and not give a crap. It's one of those things.
Well, you should.
I've been saving hours for vacations. God damn it, I'm gonna take them. So
yeah.
That's
hello.
Wow.
Oh no, I'm playing around with some stuff. Go ahead and keep talking. You're good.
I got nothing.
Okay. No, it's like I opened up the thing for YouTube creators that I can actually look inside here and see things. So
like
now I have a background window.
Get us. Understand, people, that right now we're like, we never really use the system. So for us, it's like, ooh,
Yeah.
It's really not different. It's just that we're trying to like understand what's going on. So yep.
Yeah. No, it's just we're trying to figure out things here. If you are a frequent YouTube user and you know things, drop us a message in the chat. Obviously, we will listen to notes. We'll take notes happily.
Yeah, especially me because I'm an idiot. Like it's like, I mean, it's really the same stuff as going on as in Twitch, but
just different layout.
Yeah, the only thing that I couldn't find out, I think it's because of the chat thing. I need to get online on the proper page with the YouTube stuff. So I think I may just leave that alone and leave it completely for the Twitch thing. So we don't have any issues.
Okay. Well, we'll cross that bridge as we get there. So.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But that is that. So that's what we've been doing today, and the week has come. So on to the news. And well, normally this is the point where it's like I start to have issues with the show because I have to figure out where we're talking about things and what is going to be workable and all that. However, thy cup hath run over this week, so there is at least that.
I mean, a lot happened all of a sudden.
Yeah. So where do we want to start here? Do you want to start with what dropped last night, or do you want to move on? You want to hold it back on that a little bit?
I mean, whatever sounds saucy for you. You're the chaos director. I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, I'm looking at this like, I'm not really sure where to start at because there's a lot to talk about. Vamping. All right, let's just go in order here. What I got so far. So
yeah, go for it. Follow the fucking list.
Over the week, huh?
Follow the list.
So last week, a movie came out that a lot of people probably just forgot about or didn't care, and that was The Marvels.
Yeah, that thing.
So by and large, that one flopped. Okay, that's fine.
Did it? I didn't know that.
Happens. Yeah, no, it's pretty much declared a flop.
Ooh.
That's fine. I mean, look, did anybody expect anything amazing out of this? Like, I've heard reviews of like, yeah, this is exactly what you think it is. That's not a bad thing, but you know how people are.
Honestly.
Well, here's how bad it is. It got to the point that Stephen King actually started defending the movie. Like, why are you pointing out that this movie flopped and happy about it?
For Okay.
I can't really disagree with him on that one.
But what was it exactly he posted? Can you tell me?
If you can give me a second here, I can look on
That'd be
Twitter.
that'd be awesome because I feel like that man just like, look, I love how he writes. I love it to bits. I love you, Stephen King. Really, I have a bunch of books of you, but I feel like in Twitter he is like sold, or he has like somebody posting for him because
Let me see here. It's gonna take a bit to dig through this. Just bear with me.
uh-huh, that's fine.
The uncut version.
Oh,
I'm looking here. Oi.
oi.
Okay, here it is. This was on November 12th. I don't go to MCU movies, don't care for them, but I find this barely masked gloating over the low box office for the Marvels very unpleasant. Why gloat over failure? I can't argue with him on that one.
Okay, so it's more of a why are you being like so negative Nancy's?
Yeah, exactly. Which again, look, we complain about that with people bitching about a timeline, so I can't really. His argument is good.
Gotcha. I understand that. I thought it
Yeah.
was like one of those, like when the Flash came out. I understand why he was throwing flowers at it, but because he worked with Andy Muschietti, and Andy Muschietti did the Eat movies, so
Yeah.
he is like, I'm just supporting my pal here. I
To be,
understand
per-
that.
to be perfectly honest, though, that
Mhm.
movie was just fucked from the writing. It's not even the Ezra Miller fiasco or anything like that. It was just, if you know the original story of Flashpoint, there was no
Yeah.
way it was going to be that. There was no way they were going to get to that movie live action
No,
because it was just too
no.
much.
It was way too many actors. It shouldn't be just like one
Well, also,
movie.
it's going to paint all your characters in a bad light, especially after the Snyder Cut of Justice League.
That's the thing, because I imagine the licensing and everything. Oh, you know, I moved on from that. Like,
Yeah.
I like the Snyderverse. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like the fans from Snyderverse are just woof,
Well, the fans
woof.
from Marvel can be just as vicious.
Oh
But,
yeah, they
all right.
are.
So, last week, Variety put out a report about the chaos, not meaning that intentionally, chaos surrounding the Marvel Studios at the moment. They had apparently just done a retreat that they were actually able to do in person again because they need to do, in their minds, a massive course correction. And
That makes sense.
at this point, I'm going to be leaning on Illy for this because she's going to have probably more information on this than I will
Will
about the
I?
article.
Will I?
But the Avengers 5 writer apparently just said, I'm out.
Yes, he did exactly because he didn't know
Yeah.
what the hell's going on with the can guy.
Yeah.
So,
Kang, that's also leading to that.
mhm.
Reports are that Jonathan Majors, the guy that is playing Kang, I almost said
Yeah.
voicing, sorry.
Woo! Oh, that's fine.
But the guy that will be playing Kang supposedly and kind of has already, if you watched Loki, is out given the situations going on in his personal life. We're not going to
Yeah,
touch on those.
we're
I don't have the
not.
information, and I'm not going to dig into them. But anybody that didn't expect a blowback from that is, yeah.
It's a shame because he
Mhm.
was good, kinda, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So there's rumors of him being shoved aside. We haven't seen the ending of Loki, so I can't really say where they're going with that one.
Yeah, I haven't. I
Yeah.
haven't been able to check that.
But at this point, Kevin Feige, the guy that's more or less running Marvel, is running damage control, is what it sounds like. And there are even pressures from, I think this is coming from like Bob Iger and like the board to like, well, why don't you just bring back the original Avengers? Because there's been rumors
Yeah.
of that circulating to save the studio essentially.
Right. Yeah, that makes
Which,
sense. Well,
well, to me, that sounds like a knee-jerk reaction from studios. Like, well, if it did, it's broken, so fix it with the original thing, which is what they would do.
but the problem is right now. Well, first of all, uh, the Tony Stark guy, Robert Downey
Robert
Jr.
Downey.
So Robert Downey, I don't know if he wants to come back to that. I mean, I don't doubt that he would love to come back. I don't doubt it.
If
But
the pay's right, I'm sure.
yeah, then it's like Chris Evans that is like, I guess, sure, why not? Although
Chris
he's
Evans doesn't care because he's just doing his own thing right now.
right, and well, most of them are dead. Like, not the actors, the characters
The comic
are.
book characters,
Yeah,
but
they're
it's that you should know. Of all people know when it comes to comic books, that doesn't matter.
multiverse. Moving on.
Yeah, I believe the guy from Toy Galaxy is his idea is multiverse.
Yeah, you just
If you watch
clapping
the
the tip.
videos, you just kind of get that joke.
But it's like, I don't know if it's like even viable to make another samey Avengers movie, because you already have the other Captain America that is the
Yeah,
Falcon.
the USA agent,
Yeah, and then you have
Winter Soldier,
Winter Soldier and
and then
all.
Captain America, Falcon. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, the Scarlet Witch is dead, kinda, sorta,
Now,
maybe, glink, glink, quink, quink.
now another thing to factor into this equation is tone. So when it comes to Disney, everybody always assumes lighthearted stuff, and the harder edge stuff would most likely land on Hulu or FX.
Right.
Look at the Echo show that they're teasing up. Like,
Oh
if you've seen
yeah,
some
I
of that,
saw
yeah.
that.
Now, another rumor going around is, remember, Daredevil was going to be brought back under the MCU banner proper. He was
Hasn't
going to get a
happened.
show on Disney Plus. No, I'm getting to that.
Okay.
And the writing for that apparently was rather drastically different than what was the original Netflix show, which if you never watched the Netflix show, that was some good stuff.
I like
Easily
the
the strongest
Punisher.
of the MCU shows on Netflix.
Right.
And apparently Feige, because he's trying to do damage control, scrapped the entire Born Again thing and brought new people in. And reports are, I mean, not the cast, I'm talking the production side of it.
Okay.
Like Charlie Cox is still going to be Daredevil and all that. So, I mean, we're safe on that.
Well, duh.
But,
It kind of needs to.
Yeah, but this Daredevil that they're refreshing is supposedly going to be a darker version, which I'm down. If there's one thing Daredevil knows, it's dark.
Right. Okay.
So it'll be a darker tone is what is supposedly being looked at. So that's that. By the way, welcome into the show. This is the Half-Ass Show exclusively on YouTube this week. And we're talking about some stuff that's going on over at the Marvel Studios and the damage control that may or may not be happening.
Yeah, who knows at this
Yeah.
point?
And if you guys like what we're talking about here, consider giving us a subscription. Let us know we're doing good. Feel free to jump into the chat if you got any more information about this. We're always looking at it. I'm seeing it right now.
He's trying.
So,
He's trying.
yeah, we're doing our best here.
Anyway.
Yeah, and then some hopeful news, depending on your view of things, came from the Fantastic Four this week. And this is why I didn't want to talk about it last week, because everybody was like, oh, talk about it, talk about it. I'm like, no, because we need to see where stuff falls into place, especially post movie. It's easy to kick a corpse.
Well,
it's a lot easier. It's a lot harder to get information.
Well, it's kind of like you said it at first. You wanted me to wait and see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
There's been rumors about the Pedro Pascal being
Reed Richards.
Reed Richards. I had to get a mop.
Mm-hmm.
Then they said, like today, this morning. I don't know if you saw it.
Last night, actually.
Was it last night? Okay, so no, I'm talking about that, the Pedro Pascal thing.
Oh, that's official now?
No, it's not official. Like,
okay.
they are still, like, dangling with it.
Okay.
Then you said about Doctor Doom.
Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen is supposedly in the running for Doctor Doom, which, if you could not find better casting, in my opinion.
I repeat, I'm going to need a mop that day if it happens.
So, here's the thing, though. And you're not, this is my opinion on this.
Boy.
You're not going to like it.
Nobody likes your opinions, but okay.
I know, but I'm still going to share them because it's my channel, damn it.
Sure.
If Pedro Pascal is cast as Reed Richards, it's not going to work. And it's not for the reasons you think.
No, it's not going to work, really. It's like, he's cute and everything. I love him, but...
And it's not, he can't act. This is not a skill set thing. This is not he can't do it. Oh, he can.
So let me just say this in the fan club of Pedro Pascal. You did watch that first fucking episode of The Last of Us, and you said, like, damn, he does look like Joel.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not even that. Not even that. It kind of is, but this will make sense in a second.
Okay.
Because the thing with the Fantastic Four that nobody has seemed to have hit is, yes, Reed can be a gigantic douche.
Right.
Completely. I mean, that's one of the worst traits about him. And to the point that they actually play with that in the comic books.
So,
but,
yeah, in the movie universe, he doesn't seem like it, or I didn't see it.
Oh, no, just read the Civil War storyline. You see how much of a dick he can be. It's pretty brutal. So, that being said, if you want to get away from that, Disney doesn't want to do that type of stuff, okay? We can't do the dark, intense Reed Richards and all the stuff that falls around that, okay?
Right.
So that leaves us with, well, how are we going to do the first family of Marvel? And I still feel this is the easiest way to do this, but it's going to take Pedro Pascal out of the running to cast it.
Right.
And that is, you literally make them time travelers. And by that, I mean, you set the Fantastic Four sort of originally in its 50s style of things where it's like the
Oh
nuclear
yeah, yeah, we're
family.
saying that.
Yeah. And you could play with the space side of that stuff and more or less make it, well, they get their powers, but I mean, if you've seen Interstellar, you obviously know how science works when it comes to space travel. So
Yeah,
it's easy to manipulate that to where it's like the family shows back up like nothing's happened, but they're in the modern era.
right. And I don't think that's gonna work, but okay.
But the thing is, for all the kookiness that the Fantastic Four is known for, which is the Fantastic Car and like their adventures and just the general kind of, how do I explain this? The kitsch of it all, I guess, is a good word for it.
So,
The campiness.
so can I say something?
Yeah,
Okay, this is my opinion. I have never read the comics.
yeah,
We're 100% there. I did see the show, the cartoon
uh-huh,
back in the day.
yeah.
I think the problem right now is that the diversification of the fandom, it's kind of really ripped into really two hardcore sides.
Hmm.
It's you guys that are like the super fans of the comics and want to see something like the good old classic ones.
Oh no, okay. Well,
No,
I'll get to that in a second, but continue.
yeah, but it's like not so much like the classics, more like why don't you actually do the comic crap kind of thing? Does that make sense? Because
Yeah.
because you guys, well, not you guys, like they have actually a bunch of material. It drives me up the wall that when they try to do like a superhero movie and all that stuff, they tend to not do
Ignore
it.
it.
Yeah, not do it. They do whatever the hell they want because that's how the first movies were cookie. Not gonna lie there. I like the first
Okay.
movie. The first movie. That's the only one that I like. To be perfectly
So,
honest.
all right. This is where I come from with this.
Mhm.
I get what you're saying. Every movie they've done with the Fantastic Four has been a modern take, yes?
Yeah. Oh, FYI, I'm talking about the 2001, not the one
Yeah.
that they did just for saving the license.
Oh, I know. No, I know what you're talking. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Just
But I'm
putting
saying
it out
they've
there.
been modern takes, and by that I mean Jessica Alba and Chris Evans being brother and sister. Okay, whatever.
Right,
That
right.
didn't bother me. I'm just using this as an example.
Right.
But this is where this is where I defy that because we've had now 3 takes of a modern Fantastic Four.
Three.
Yeah, because of the one you don't want to talk about.
But that one is not like a. They actually tried to do that one like the classic one, like the old style school one that you're speaking about.
No, it was a modern take. I'm talking the one with Michael B. Jordan and all them.
Ah,
You know what one I'm talking about. You saw it in theaters.
Michael B. Jordan. Oh no, the greedy one. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We've had 3 attempts at a modern take of Fantastic Four.
Right.
Look, I am not saying that it's not a bad idea to try new things. But I feel Fantastic Four, with just how the layout is and how it was built up, it's kind of hard to make it work in a modern standpoint. Now, what you can get more mileage out of is crazy mad scientist Reed Richards comes from the 50s, and he's got crazy gobbledygook stuff that he can build.
Right.
And it works in a comic book way. It does not mean we need to, what is it? It does not mean you need to do everything 100% exactly as the comics. I am not that type of person. I am open to interpretation. But I'm saying on a base level, there's no way the Fantastic Four has worked in a modern sense. So why not try and do it that way? What's the worst that could happen?
Like in the classic 50s one. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And you can time jump it. And also, since Disney loves the comedy side of the MCU, you can easily play up the comedy.
Well, yeah. I mean, the problem is that they're not gonna do that. They're gonna try and do it again, like they've been trying to do. The problem is that they have like already a structure. But okay, I'll give you this. They actually kind of did try with Scarlet Witch and Vision. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking? They
yeah.
tried to do that kind of stuff, like the campy kind of stuff. It is possible to work. but they need to find the perfect
Yeah, and
combo.
that's what, and this is not a knock on Pedro Pascal. Maybe look, he could surprise me. Maybe they can make it work, but it's like if we're kind of trying to represent the time that they come from with this theory, that's why I say Pedro Pascal doesn't work, because I just don't see that gelling from a 50 standpoint nostalgia thing. I'm not saying from a modern standpoint that that's bad. You
I
know,
mean, it's
a
just
guy with a guy with that much access to that much scientific technology is probably going to be white in the 50s. I'm just saying that.
wow. Thank you, Brandon.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just talking about from a public standpoint of that.
We made the TV, you asshole. Well, the color TV. Sorry. My Mexican self
Mm-hmm.
just got disconnected.
But
Anyway,
again, it could work. I'm not saying that it's like I'm not open to interpretation, but it's, and maybe that's what they're doing, but I just don't know if audiences are going to respond to that. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, it's like the audience right now with the MCU are just uh. So I don't think you have an opinion right now. Which one was the last movie you saw from the MCU?
Doctor Strange.
Madness one, right?
Mm-hmm.
You haven't
Which
seen
was very
that
good, by the way. Very good.
one? Okay, you haven't seen anything afterwards.
Well, we watched Loki a little bit.
Well, no, I'm not talking about the shows. The shows are a different thing. They're actually well made compared to the movies.
Well, also at the same time, every time you're like, I'm like, this
It's
guy's based on, yeah, I will say sometimes I wasn't in the mood. I won't deny that. But,
it's not that it's in the mood. Like I sat and watched them, and they're a shell of what they used to be. I
well, on that regard, I will say this. A lot of people need to understand that, remember back in the day, we always remember how good Iron Man and all that was.
yeah,
There was no Thanos. There was no any of those that kind of pushed it forward. So they kind of had to find their way to get to that.
right.
That's where we're at in the MCU right now. It's the right. It's literally, if you pay attention to how Marvel does things, this is literally a rising action plot line. And right now we're on the decline, going to the next build.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. Like our bar is really high up, though. Like,
Well, also that's sort of on them too, because they kind of hit excellence so much that that is on them to a degree.
right.
The fact that they're taking this time to course correct is not a bad thing. Also, the beauty of when you plan stuff far out like they do is there's enough room you can course correct very easily to get back on track. And I
Right.
feel that's where we're at in the behind the scenes stuff of it.
I feel like right now everyone is like, "Ugh."
There's also burnout. Won't even dispute that.
Yeah,
There's also burnout.
that's an 100% thing. I feel like we're burnt out
Well,
from all that
also,
stuff.
I'll also say this. I think the pandemic had a factor in it because they were riding high on the movies and all that stuff, and then the pandemic, you couldn't go to the movies. I don't care who you are. I don't care what studio you were. Wonder Woman 84 comes to mind immediately.
Oh, that was
A
so
lot of movies
good.
suffered from that pandemic, and they're still trying to rebuild.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think DC is gonna rebuild in a time. What's the next one? Do you know?
Superman, that's in 25.
Oh, they're still done. Okay. Nah.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time on that.
Yeah, I think the next one is
That's
Joker.
also James Gunn is going to be doing his thing on that.
Oh
So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
he's taking his time in building.
Look, not gonna lie, the DC universe right now, the only ones that are saving that stuff is like the villains. Sadly, nah. Let's just be fair with it. Um,
The comics actually right now have been very good. I'm actually kind of finding it refreshing that Nightwing has taken over as sort of like the de facto leader of the DC universe.
no, but I'm talking about movies right now.
I know. Movies I don't worry about because they're in a weird way flash in a pan, and also we can't judge anything on DC Comics right now because they're in a transition phase. I don't think that's fair to James Gunn. James Gunn's going to get a lot of flack for what he's going to do, but you need to kind of let the cook his thing. Because remember,
Yeah.
I'm just going to point this out. When it comes to The Dark Knight, everybody really was against Heath Ledger being the Joker. I'm just going to walk away on that one.
Oh my god. I think nobody liked Joaquin Phoenix, and here we are with a second one that we didn't need. Lady Gaga is like, goddamn.
Yeah, but I thought my point's still proven. I mean,
Oh yeah.
you gotta let the guys kind of do what they can. I remember when everybody was saying, "Oh, Robert Pattinson can't be a good Batman." Was he the best? No, but I wasn't expecting him to either. But
What
I
is
also thought he did a pretty damn good job.
what is wrong with you? He's been the precious boy that I always wanted to see. But it's because it's my age cap. It's my age cap. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
say that. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's surprising. The other day I was thinking about that movie,
Wow.
and more like, wow, I should watch it, but then Brandon is gonna judge me again.
No, I won't judge you.
Yeah, you will. It's like you're watching it again. I mean, yes, I love Robert Pattinson. I'm sorry, he's pretty to watch. Anyway,
By the way, on the update side of things, so one of the things I'm learning with YouTube is we cannot exactly see who is all doing this. However, we started the show with 16 subscribers. We are now up to 19. So for the three of you that have subscribed, thank you.
That's funny. That's really funny.
Yeah, that's my opinion. That's progress. I'm not even mad about it. That's just genuine progress.
I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
I love you. Thank you for
Yeah,
following
so
us.
if you guys are just subscribing and you're just learning about us, welcome in. I hope we're entertaining you.
I mean,
And if you are on the fence about us, give us a subscribe if you're liking what you're hearing so far.
so yeah, I know that we're probably not gonna get a lot of views right now because it's the first run. But I hope to God this will help. Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay. Are you good?
Yeah. Well, the nuggets.
Yeah.
Nuggets.
But it's going to be interesting to see where a lot of this reshuffling of the MCU is going to be taken.
Right.
I don't worry about it as much as other people because it's like if there's one thing I've learned about doing this for a year is people are OCD about timelines, and that's something a lot of people don't factor in is like, oh, well, it doesn't fit into this timeline. It's like, you made a timeline? Why? This is coming from a guy who...
Yeah.
This is a guy coming from a dude that has been a lifelong Zelda fan. I've had so many timeline changes up and down that they've now circled back to the original.
I'm cool with that, but at the same time, it's like I don't expect anything. That being said, I would like to see movies that are not based on superheroes for a bit, because I feel like that's another thing. Like, we're burnt out.
Yeah, but there's also you can do a lot of comic book movies without superheroes in them.
It doesn't matter. I don't want to see superheroes.
Yeah, but if you want to go by that, I mean, just off the top of my head, not superhero.
Uh-huh.
Okay? There's Transmetropolitan, which is about a journalist in the future, so you can get your cyberpunk fix on that.
Oh, you're talking about, like, sci-fi and that kind of stuff.
All that. There's also your Harrow County. That could be a very good horror adaptation.
Joe! I would love to watch that because that is just demented. That's a great story.
Another one that you could do, which I would love to see visually attempted, but I don't know if it's even feasible, is I read this last year, the first volume of Starhenge. You saw the art to that one.
Starhenge.
That was the one with the crazy cyber people thing, and there was a timey-wimey Arthurian legend and all that.
Oh, yeah. What happened to that one?
Yeah, well, they finished the book on this one. I think there's a sequel coming. But still, that's 3 right there that are not superhero related on the comic side. So there's a lot to work with. I agree with you. Maybe we need a burnout. Maybe we're burnt out on that. But that's also a part of Hollywood executives doing that. So that's really kind of not my fault, but my fault at the same time.
Yeah, I get you. I mean, they tried to do that. Now that you mentioned the Horror County, they were trying to get into a show, but they had a bunch of problems, and I think the problem was COVID. So
yeah, and also at the same time, I'm just gonna say this: Silent Hill.
Oh no! Why do you have to fucking remember me that? I hate you. That is
because it could always be worse. That's why.
Look. I have a great sound for that. Because I am. Well, I didn't put that one. Did you put the?
No, that was me. That was me.
Oh my god! I'm just really tired. I am just really tired of hearing how bad that is doing and all the promises that they made me. It's like the very toxic boyfriend.
That's a J.J. Abrams joint.
Oh yeah. Well, no. I'm not even talking about the whatever hell is going on with that one. I'm talking about in general because they were like, when is the Game Awards, by the way?
That'll be in December. I want to say middle of December.
Oh my god. We need to see that.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, Francisco. You are not wrong at all.
I am so tired. I am from 1999 tired. It's like, yo,
Well, speaking of great transition period, by the way,
Thank you.
because the most likely game of the year winner, and by game of the year winner at the Game Awards, I mean this company probably put enough
Oh
money
yeah,
into it,
let's go. Who put
and
in more
that
money
is
this year, Brandon?
yeah. I think it's gonna. Well, this is what I'm getting to.
Oh.
There was an announcement for Baldur's Gate 3. I haven't played it. I kind of don't have interest. However, I'm gonna say with what I'm about to tell you, if I found it in my store,
Uh-huh.
I would consider buying it because it's too good of a deal to pass up to
It's
try.
so pretty. It
Yeah.
has so much stuff.
So, okay, let me get to this before
Sorry,
you continue.
I'm panicking.
Larian Studios announced Thursday night that there will be a physical release of Baldur's Gate 3. Which, hey, great. I am a supporter of physical media. I think that's better than digital because you own it.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, the director of publishing at Larian, Michael Dose, pretty much summed it up best. Are you ready for this quote?
Go for it.
It's a fuck ton of discs.
Yes, it is. Wow, there's so many discs.
Depending on your version,
Mhm.
if you get the PS5 version, you get 2 for the game disc.
Right. Makes sense?
Okay? If you get the Xbox version, it comes in 3 discs because it needs more data because it's compressed on a DVD, not a Blu-ray, like a high end.
I find it hilarious, but yes.
All right? You also, on top of that, get a 3 CD soundtrack, which, hey, I'm all for that. That's great.
I haven't heard the soundtrack, but I imagine it's beautiful.
Oh, it's like anytime you get a soundtrack,
Yeah, anything is good. Yeah.
you get a cloth map, 2 patches, and 32 stickers, and a poster of the Mind Flayers. All of this in a box designed to kind of look like the 1 and 2 versions of Baldur's Gate. All of this can be yours for $80. While that sounds steep, remember, most modern games are costing $70.
They're costing $70. You're pretty much putting like $10 on all that crap.
Yeah. So, you're getting more bang for your buck because we consider production value and all that stuff of making the thing. And by the way, this is not a thing that scalpers are going to be able to get a hold of because while it is labeled as a deluxe edition, they will be reprinting. So they will be making more of this. And I imagine there will be probably a few waves of this.
I am kind of happy they're doing that because the scalpers are being jerks.
Oh, yeah.
I'm seeing you, you jerks. Anyway.
But I also like this because CD Projekt Red does something similar. Like if you bought The Witcher, you got some extra stuff on that. If you bought Cyberpunk 2077 when it came out, yeah, I did. You get some extras on that, like you got some postcards, you got a little map of Night City, and you get a little world book, and I think there was like the Never Fade Away story was included in that.
Right.
For $60, that's not a bad deal. So it's like if you're gonna give some stuff to people that buy physical, that's incentivizing. Because I will buy a digital copy of something if it's $30. If it's above $30, I'm gonna wait either for a physical or a price drop on a sale. I'm looking at you, Jedi Survivor.
But yeah, no, I mean, I wasn't interested in the game, but if I'm receiving now a physical copy with all that stuff, I may just we should consider it.
I am seriously. Like the only problem is it's coming out in like the nightmare. So everybody's screaming about 2024 or 2023 being a big year for video games.
Mm-hmm.
The first 2 months of 2024 are just stacked out the gate also.
Jesus
because you have Tekken dropping
in
January.
Oh,
and,
I didn't know.
And then in February on Leap Day is the Final Fantasy Rebirth copy coming out.
Okay.
So you already have and then you got Baldur's Gate somewhere in the middle of this, maybe at the front before Tekken. But that's if you're stacking it on physical copy releases, that's 3 out the gate in the year 2024. We're not even counting launch of Switch 2 yet, which is inevitable in that year, or games we are unaware of because of the Video Game Awards or what have you.
Right.
Or if there's another game anything really. But that's what I'm saying. It's that's already 3 stacked games in the first 2 months of 2024.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
They do say, going back to my trauma, that Silent Hill is gonna be out in February, but I don't believe it.
Well, we may find out at the Game Awards. I feel like they're holding that back for the Game Awards. That's the most likely thing.
Anyway, okay. I'm trying not to panic.
Yeah. No, The Game Awards is going to reveal. The thing with the Game Awards is, I don't think the awards side of things is really worth it. And if you don't agree with me, you need only look at the thing, because the only time they actually give a shit is the Game of the Years. All the other stuff, like the technical side of things, which, yeah, even the Oscars and all them won't show everything,
Mm-hmm.
but you can at least see some of them. This, you will not see any of them.
Right.
Because they're gonna, yeah, it's like, oh, we have a world premiere, and then it's like world premiere, and then world disappointment, and then
Yeah.
world premiere, and
Yeah.
it's like
Yep.
the only reason
Yep.
people, the only reason people watch this is for the premieres, because it's like, I'm gonna figure out what I'm doing on my gaming next year.
So, can I say this?
Go
I
ahead.
think I feel that this is like for what it used to be the Super Bowl that I just watched trailers.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. And give me a second.
It's in December, but I'm not sure.
I'm looking right now. Hang on, I'm looking right now. Oh wow, that is earlier than I thought.
Oh my god, when is it?
December 7th.
Oh shit, okay. Ah, crab baskets.
Yeah.
Well, I think my parents are not gonna be here.
They shouldn't be. Let me see here. When does that drop? Hang on.
It's
Pull up
third,
the
but
mighty pull up the calendar here.
probably living on the 5th or something. Like that.
December. It's a Thursday.
Oh no, they'll be long gone.
Yeah, we're okay.
Damn, that's close though. Mm.
Yeah, I thought it was longer. I thought it was farther away. Honestly, I thought it was like middle September.
Yo, this month looks longer than it should, but well, what do I know?
Yeah. By the way, welcome into the Half-Ass Show on YouTube exclusively this week. We
Yay.
are talking about Baldur's Gate and its physical release, and why physical releases are good for us.
So,
And the Game Awards. If you guys like what we're talking about, consider giving us a subscription. Thank you. Continue.
I want to play it, but more because they're fangirling all of the characters, and I kind of like that vampire guy.
Okay.
I don't know who he is. I don't know who you are, but your voice is.
To be
like...
honest, I'm not that big on the D&D aspect of it, because it's like I just don't. It weirdly takes me out of the world when I have to suddenly roll dice in a game.
It's just that sadly on my end, it's more of a look. I'm in Twitter a lot. You know that Twitter is only titties, and it's like, it's to be perfectly honest. When you draw that for a living, it's like, well, I get to see other things, and boy howdy, is there fan art from that man. It's kind of hard to not look away. It's very hard. So I would like to play that game, because now that past like the I guess the height, like the height thing, now that it's going in decline, okay, now I can play it without people being jerks.
Yeah, I feel like that's part of it also, because it's like my knee jerk is I don't care, just because a lot of, well, okay, I should say this. A lot of people that play on PC, and this is not all PC gamers, but a lot of PC people feel like they have like a snootiness to them.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I mean,
and the thing with that is, I'm cool. You know, you play what you want to play. You play on what console you want to play on. I don't judge you. I really don't. There is somebody right now playing Mortal Kombat 1 on a Switch. Why? Maybe they can't afford to get a nice system like we can, so but they want to play it. That's fine. You got to work with what you got.
Speaking of which, when we were in the GameStop today, I heard like that family asking for PlayStation 5s, and they're like, "Yeah, we sell them." It's not like
we don't have we don't have that problem. We did that last year.
Yeah, it's like, no, we do have it. We still sell them. It's just that nobody wants the digital one, so we don't have the digital ones.
I believe the exact words from the guy at the store was like, "Didn't you read the sign on the door?"
Yes. We do have them. Why are you asking this stupid thing?
Yeah.
Stupid guests.
Now it's over there. Well, I think PS5s are actually coming into like stores like Target and Walmart now. Actually getting them.
They are.
Like sell them on the floor.
They are.
So.
They well, not on the floor.
Oh really? I thought they were selling them on the floor. Oh wow.
No, you need to ask for it. They'll bring it to you for the floor. But it's because it's so big, Brandon. It's big. It's so free.
Yeah, no.
$50. Remember?
It is. I mean, yeah. I don't need to remember, Ilya. I just need to look down at my entertainment center, and it's right there. I know.
Yeah. So, I'm kind of curious of how big the new one is going to be, but we don't need it.
It's actually smaller, and apparently the disc thing has to have like a software or an internet connection or some crazy crap like that. It's so something
dumb.
crazy.
Yeah, it's so dumb. Oh well. I think, you know what I think, Brandon? I didn't think about it back then, but I'm thinking it right now. Uh, they were starting to like sell all those digital ones and they didn't sell as much. So now they're adapting that system for with, because if you've seen it, it's like a lot more less chubby and it only has the cube of the CD.
Well, also at the same time, if I don't know if you heard the conversation we heard today, but they were saying it's like, yeah, nobody's buying a digital one.
Nobody. Why? Why are there's games are so goddamn big? Like, which one is the worst game that we have here that it's like, oh my god?
Oh, that's a good question.
I can say it's probably Cyberpunk. Is that the one?
That doesn't take up as much as you think it does.
Oh really? I thought it was like the biggest one that we got.
I'd have to do some looking, but I don't think Cyberpunk or Spider-Man, which would be the next one I would guess, are that bad.
I am kind of curious if anyone in the chat knows what's the biggest game there is right now. Like, how much gigas or if there's anything, because I know that
they're gonna be at least in the 100s at least.
Yeah, I get it, but it's still ridiculous. It's like, who's it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
so
it's hard to know. I mean, it really is hard to
Right.
know. But I have a feeling next year, Final Fantasy is gonna effortlessly take that one.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be like, how many CDs is it gonna be? Isn't it like last?
No,
one?
they said 2 discs. They actually said it's gonna be on 2 discs. They're not pulling an EA on this one.
Oh well, okay, cool beans.
Yeah. All right. So let's lighten up a little bit here and change it up.
Right.
This story just caught me by surprise, and I just had to share this.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna read the headline: Gospel singer nearly kicked for too much singing on a plane. And what happened was there was a gospel singer by the name of Bobby Storm, and she was on a Delta flight. And I didn't tell you this story because I just wanted to read this to you with all the stuff I found out. Okay.
Okay, go for it.
And in a video, she was asked to take her seat, and she proceeded to walk backwards onto to her seat. Like, you know, she was talking to this flight attendant, and she had a TikTok video going, and she walked backwards to sit down in her seat.
Okay. Backwards.
All right. So just imagine somebody scuffling backwards and sitting in their seat. First off, if you know where your seat's at, there, impressive.
Right.
I'm not even mad about that. It's more like, okay, that's interesting. Why you would do that, but that's interesting. Upon sitting, she then began to tell people around her that she was nominated for 2 Grammys.
Oh boy.
And promotes her song. I'm not gonna bother going on this one.
Don't.
And then she wanted to sing for them. She wanted to sing for the people around her, and she began to sing. And the stewardess or the flight attendant, I'm sorry, I know it's old hat in me. As she starts singing, the flight attendants shut her down. Like, stop! Just stop right now. Just don't.
Lady, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And
okay.
and then she even asking, "Are you going to be quiet?"
Oh
God,
my God.
Rock is already on top of this.
Yeah, I asked her because I was gonna.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anyway,
Friend of the show status, obviously. But yeah, she and then like, okay, I all know we've been here on flights before. I have been on flights to see Italy, obviously, where I had to go from like Ohio, where I lived, to Texas to Mexico. So that's 3 stops. Sometimes, if it was being adventurous, we would go to Chicago to Mexico or Miami to Mexico. Okay, and wow. Oh, that makes sense. That makes complete sense.
No, it does. It does. So let's go back quick to that. Rockagot actually looked up the the worst Call of Duty Black Ops. Okay.
Yeah, considering most of that is probably like data, and then Sniper Elite. Oh, Final Fantasy 16's at 90? Wow, I thought that was going to be in the hundreds.
Huh. Well.
Okay.
The more you know.
Yeah. Considering Call of Duty, you had 125 megabytes on the fucking disc when it came out. I'm not shocked by that one. Wow. Also, with all the DLC they built up into that.
Wow.
Jedi Survivor, considering they had to put half onto a disc, and then it's like, yeah, you got to download the rest. And that's why I'm waiting for a Black Friday deal that's going to be a steal. I don't think it's coming up, and I'm okay with that.
Well, okay.
Destiny, that sounds about right, because again, you have to factor in all the DLC that they've put into
Yeah,
that through
there's
years.
been a bunch of updates. Most of the
Yeah.
online games have and tend to be like that. So
Yeah. And then the Forbidden West, again, DLC. Yeah, I mean, the Sniper Elite surprised me. I didn't think it was that packed, but I could be wrong.
I'm genuinely surprised that the Final Fantasy is the lowest one.
I'm
the
genuinely
16.
surprised Cyberpunk is not in there, given how much space was put into Phantom Liberty.
Right? Oh well, that's interesting. Thank you so much, Rakaga.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Rock. Our always alienable news correspondent on the ground, Rockagoth.
Yes.
But going back to this story of a Bible singer, I don't gospel singer. I'm sorry.
Bible singer. I'm gonna apply it. Okay.
Gospel singer trying to get attention on an airplane. Like, again, if you've been on trips where you're just like, this is the last stop, and then I get to go home, and then suddenly it's like a baby is going off. That just makes you annoyed. Now imagine if it was a gospel singer who wanted to promote their latest song.
Yo, look, I'm just gonna say it like it is. So if I recall, when I used to travel to see you, it was like from Mexico to Houston. It was like 40 minutes.
An hour.
Yeah, in the air. And then from Houston to Ohio, it's 3 fucking hours. So it's like whatever is gonna happen in those 3 hours. But Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but do you want a gospel singer? Like, honestly, if I heard somebody suddenly belting out gospel, I'd be like, hey, can I get a vodka over here? Like, I'm drinking. I'm like, yo, alcohol now.
I would be like, I don't care how much I need to pay for this, but give me the strongest liquor you have in your cabinet, because this is the necessary thing for it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
I mean, kudos to that flight attendant, though, because she's trying to keep order, and this girl is just trying to fight her, and it's just like, again, if you're tired, you had a long day, and you gotta get on this flight to go home or whatever, and then you hear all of a sudden somebody going, it's just like,
Especially gospel singers are very emotive, to say the least.
Yes, that's a good phrase for it.
Look, it's
I think Stern at one point actually had a clip of this girl who was like, they used it as a prank call weapon, where they would call somebody and then they would have like the gospel singer start to warm up her voice and like like doing all this stuff every time they called.
So what Rakagoth is saying, by the way, there was a plane where they started singing all the Lion King Broadway musical. I remember that.
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, okay, so here's the difference. I feel like those people, it's like maybe they're trying to do a solid, and also I feel like they would have been like, hey, you guys cool if we just do this in front of you? I mean,
I'm getting a free Broadway thing on my trip. Yeah. Hell yeah, do it.
this girl, from what I can piece together, she's like, oh, well, the people around me don't mind. It's like, yeah, the 2 people that are probably sit with you and have to, like, deal with you daily. If I'm sitting in the back seat and I suddenly hear you rev up, I'm like, hey, yeah, shut up, please.
It's just, I mean, you need to be a bit more respectful about the matter, but they don't give a crap. They don't give a crap.
I mean, I remember a story of, like, Tony Bennett was, like, on a first-class flight, and he's like, cheers to you, and did a little quickie serenade, and that was it.
Right. I don't know. Let's be fair. No.
But again, yeah, you're going to get a free... Look, at airplane prices at that time, you're getting a free Broadway show. Do you realize the market value you've just gotten?
Oh,
like, you're possibly getting front row seats to the Lion King. Now, you're not getting the full-on experience, obviously. They don't have the costumes and all that, but you're getting the core of it.
Oh, yeah.
And a Broadway ticket, from what I remember in New York, was pretty damn expensive.
Yes, it is.
If it's a $500 plane ticket from, like, Houston to Cleveland, and, well, for the 3 hours you're here, you're going to get a Broadway show, you know what? Market value alone, I'm in.
Yeah, great experience. Not gonna lie there. Mm-hmm. But I think that this one was just making drama for the sake of it.
This would be like if the Foo Fighters suddenly got up and went, "Hey guys, we got a guitar in there. We're gonna pull it out. You guys just want to hear some acoustic? Like, you want to hear Dave Grohl just go acoustic for like the entire flight?" I don't think anybody would argue.
I wouldn't argue. I wouldn't. Like, Jesus.
Oh, did I
No,
ever tell you about the story my sister told me years ago?
no.
Okay, so my sister was living in Arizona at the time of this, okay?
Okay.
And she was in the Tucson area.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, was it Tucson or somewhere in there? Anyway, she was in a very affluent area, and Paul McCartney was there too in the
Oh.
area. Okay. Now this is second hand, so don't take it as like this was a bird's eye view. Apparently, he drove around his Range Rover and all that stuff, and there was this little girl one day, and she was like, I'd really like to hear a song right now. Paul McCartney turns around in the market line and goes, "What would you like to hear, love?"
Oh.
And the girl's like, never mind. To which the guy my sister heard this from is like, it's Paul McCartney right there.
Jesus Christ. I'd be that little girl, not gonna lie. I'd be that little girl. I'm sorry. I don't
And
like
then I'd be the guy like, it's Paul McCartney.
And I'd be like, yeah, because it's got kind of annoying, bro. It's kind of annoying. The man just passes by like, let me see if somebody wants to sing. It's like, no, thank you. Get the
He was apparently he was just in line getting groceries.
I don't doubt it. But it's like, I don't like the Beatles, for example. Yes, cancel me. I don't care. But
you could also say honestly, you like his solo stuff more. I think is fair to say.
no,
You know? Okay.
I'm indifferent with him.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, everyone hated me because I said like I don't like the Beatles. It's like why? I don't like the Beatles. I'm sorry. I'll move along.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's your opinion. You're totally You're totally welcome to have it. Hey, Christina Harris, thanks for. Okay, now I can actually look and see who to subscribe here. So, Christina Harris, thank you for subscribing. I think I know who that is. Vintage Gamer TV.
Yay!
And Francisco, thank you guys for subscribing.
God, we're getting subscriptions.
Hey, that's not a bad thing.
So sad. It's just that let's be fair. On Twitch, it's been sad. It's been sad.
Yeah, it's been a mess, but I don't know how much of that is our fault and how much of that is the tech side of things.
Yeah, I don't know. This one works a lot better.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on. We mentioned this earlier. We have Substacks, obviously.
Yes.
Illy and myself.
Yes.
And I'm going to post mine here, and it's more because I have access to mine. If I can dig yours up, I will try it. Okay.
Okay.
Or you can post yours either way.
Doesn't matter.
I'm getting there. But we do a lot of work on Substack. We work
as of
diligently
lately.
on these. As of lately, because, well, I kind of did this originally as, I consider myself more of a writer. That's just my opinion on things. Like, I write more, I sound better on a writing side of it.
You talk a lot. I wouldn't even know, Brandon.
But when it comes to that, there we go. Finally, I can get to this.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to this, we are kind of branching out into Substack for a lot of reasons. This is the Desk from Chaos for, if it actually will let me, come on. There we go. That's the Desk of Chaos right there for me. That's where I kind of do my opinion pieces. And Illy has a story on there that she is currently publishing. Yes. Not on a. I gotta see how I get to that one. Unless you beat me to it. So please,
no, I am letting you do it because you're the chaos. You're the chaos director. I can't talk tonight.
Okay. Well, then I'm just gonna use the cheat sheet.
The cheat sheet. You want me to go and look it up? I have it right here. But
nope, I'm getting there. I got like a bunch of residencies and channels, so it's just a matter of finding.
Not gonna lie, this is what you usually talk with, even on private. It's like, are you doing this right, love? Do you need my help?
There we go. Now I got it. Oh, not that one. Come on. There we go.
Wow.
Discord. Wow. There we go. Now we got it. Okay, so I got mine on there.
Give them a star because he's been like, somebody give him some love.
That's Illy's. That is where the story of seasons is coming into play. And why don't you tell the crowd a little bit about your story?
So I talked about this a couple of podcasts ago, I guess.
Well, it's always good to have a refresh. We're also on a new channel.
So, my story at Seasons is actually a romantic horror fantasy isekai. Oof. There's a lot of combos there.
Yeah, that's a
Um,
lot of.
it's a lot of it's all a lot of crap, all stuck in one thing. Um, that I've been working since 2014, 13. So it's been a
Okay.
long ride. The original draft was actually a very dumb idea, but Brandon was the first one that actually did the little side story. I am kind of thinking
Yeah.
about posting it, but you said no.
No, I'd rather you not, just because it's like it's not anything you did. It's more for me. It's that was a long time ago, writing wise for me, and it's like you don't want to look back on your stuff and be like,
Oh,
ooh,
I
you know what I
love
mean?
it. I love it. I go back to it sometimes to get some ideas from it, but it's the
Okay,
original
yeah.
draft was made by Brandon, and I got obsessed over it. Uh, so this last past year, I think, before we started doing
Hmm.
this, I started posting it on WhatsApp, but I had a lot of issues with. Well, it is a sexy story at some point, and the first chapter has titties and everything. So it's kind of hard when they don't let you show that kind of stuff. They just
Yeah.
demonized it. So I started doing
Off
it.
the Substack we go.
I started doing on Substack to see how that roll, and apparently it's rolling better. It's rolling a lot more better. Um, right now I'm in chapter 3. I already finished chapter 4 illustrated. But I still need to do
Yeah.
the what's the word? The images for like the covers and such.
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna leave it that for tomorrow because I tried today and it looked like
For
poop.
those of you that don't know, this story is kind of like a light novel, so there was like images
Yes.
involved with it.
The idea behind it is that it's like a light novel kind of thing, but in digital form. So
Hmm.
it has text and it has images from the shows and from the thing and all that stuff. I show characters and such. There is indeed like a little, uh, I guess, appendix about how it is, like a little ended, like a little thing about it.
Hmm.
And I started with a prelude, so in theory, I have 4 chapters sitting there, plus the
Yeah.
new one. I am trying, and this is a big trying. This week I made it work. It's gonna be out next Tuesday, like this coming
Okay.
Tuesday. It's gonna be out, the new one. Next week, I am not sure because I have family over, but I finally finished it and it's 18 chapters, so it's gonna be 18 weeks of this crap.
Oi.
It's a lot. I really hope y'all start sharing it. It's been a passion project for me, and I'm really hoping it flies off. If it doesn't, hey, at least Rockagoth is reading it. So, and
Yeah.
and she's loving it. I've actually on her Discord I've been posting some little stuff from the past, some little artworks that I worked back in the day. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. I do write little things
Ah, okay.
on the side, but
Yeah, you're
it's
fine. I'm doing something else. You're good.
yeah, I can see
Keep
that.
talking.
I do like my little opinions and that kind of stuff. I did one that is about Halloween. But beyond that, I want the Substack to just be about the story and just keep it like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, most of the updates of art, I'm doing it on Twitter and as of late in Mastodon. So, um, yeah, that's
Yeah.
been my passion project. So, I don't want to spoil a lot, but if you go into my thing, you just look for the prelude and you can start from there. Before that, there's like a little bit about seasons,
Hmm.
and you should be seeing like I said, just a general idea. So
Okay.
that's pretty much my Substack.
All right. So another one that we're working on, and we actually have the video to promote this right here, in fact. So
Oh
if you
yeah,
guys
you
haven't
can
seen this
watch
yet,
it.
yeah. Another one that we will be launching next year
Oh my
will
god, yeah.
be the Dominant Ones, and that's one that me and Illy have worked on. I kind of built the world. She set up the characters, and I just sort of ran with it. Long
To
story
be
short.
perfectly honest, it started the other way around. I built the characters. Look at my girls; they look really sexy. And Brenda's like, hmm,
And I ran with it.
yes.
But by and large, the world in general, I've kind of like the world around the characters is what I was
Oh,
talking
for
about.
sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That one will be coming out in March. However, I will say this. So through the week, another adventure that happened in our lives
Mhm.
was I was on Twitter one day, and I actually wanna. I forget who the person was that did this. It was I think Squidtastic was their name. I
Oh
can't remember the name.
yeah, Switastic.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Shout out to them because they really saved our keysters on this. There was a site called Artwisher or something like that, and
Artwish.
Artwish. And what happened was they were taking images from artists, like they were like hijacking their art from like Twitter and all these other places.
Yeah, they took it
And
from my Twitter.
and,
Finally realized it.
mhm.
Mhm.
and they also were taking it from our Substack somehow. But I
Mm.
think there was also the links to the Substack. To be fair,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah. So we had to put out the DMCA's and all that stuff. If you guys saw some of the art from there, please understand we didn't see a cent of it. Those guys were stealing Illy's art.
They just blamed grabbed them
Mm-hmm.
and put them, and it's like, bro, I I don't sell that much, and they're
Yeah.
selling them. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What's going on there?
So, with that in mind, we are kind of kicking around some ideas, and we're not 100% on this yet. But with the dominant ones, we're actually considering doing two versions of it. One with the text, just,
Mhm.
because they get the story out, and then a paid version with the art included. And it's more for security of the art. It's more of we have that asset for, like, our ownership. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I honestly don't want to charge that much for it. Just like,
Yeah, we're not going to be unreasonable on this, but it's
no.
we're kind of it's more we're gonna have to we're thinking of doing that just for security of the art, and also we would throw in some we have some extra stuff like world building stuff that yeah, I don't think they are either, but they somehow got that. But anyway, that's that we'll figure out a price. It's gonna be something cheap. I'm not gonna like charge out like $100
Yeah,
or something
no,
like that.
it'll be like, honestly, it'll be like a buck. Let's just be fair.
I would say maximum 5.
Yeah, because it's like I put a lot of effort, and I've seen this
Uh-huh.
this week with all the illustrations that I'm doing on the seasons one,
Yeah.
and man, it takes a lot. It's been taking a toll. I'm the only insane person that is doing this on the season of Christmas. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But I will say the first first chapter, I guess, of the Dominant Ones has been wrapped up on the editing side of my end. It has gone to Illy for final proofing and eventual art construction. So that's we're already at we're on track to where we needed to be. I can say that.
yeah, the first let's say book.
Yeah, the first book, yeah, it's not that big.
It's not, but it is. It's what it
Yeah,
is.
with art it will be, but so more on that in the future. But I just want to kind of give a brief little update on our projects here. We're not just we're all over the map here, and that's why the link tree is important. If you guys are checking that out,
Yeah, I mean, we tried to do this on the side. We
hmm
love honestly doing all this stuff because I don't know. I don't know, Brandon. I suffer a lot, but I love suffering, I guess. I don't know about
well,
you.
that's on you at this point.
It's just that the illustrations is like, oof, my back.
Yeah, no, I
So,
get you there, but I just want to pass that along. That is the announcement on that one.
mhm.
Also, kind of gives you an idea of what else we do on here besides just vamp and play video games.
Yeah, I mean, I commission art and all that stuff.
Yeah, if you guys are listening for the first time and you would like some commissions done, I think we have a private messaging system here on YouTube. If not, find me or Illy on our respective socials, and I'll put you in touch with her. Obviously, she will be able to talk herself.
I
And
honestly need to put like the ads here, like so they can
yeah,
find us. The
we need to
socials.
see what we're back to basics in a sense on
Oh
this.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's pretty much how it's going on. So
Yeah. Okay, so we got that out of the way, and now I must sadly take us to, well, not sadly, but more it's like Illy's just gonna get driven up a wall on this one.
oh, Dios mío, why?
So
Well, let's just.
last night when putting the show together, I got online and I was looking around for channel stuff. I'm sitting there watching my AEW in the background, enjoying myself. And all of a sudden, I saw on GameSpot a thing about a rumor about The Last of Us 2. And yep. And I saw that and I read it. I'm like, okay, this is just rumor. And then I see at the bottom, update: Sony has confirmed the release, and here's a link below. And I believe my next response was,
It was so bad. I'm still so angry about
And
it.
then I send it over to Last of Us Super Van Illy over there.
As I
And
said on my interview, I'm never gonna recuperate from that.
yeah. And her response was
What?
followed by
I think my exact quote was the Jerry Seinfeld like standing up and said like I'm out, I'm out, I'm out. That was exactly
yeah.
my quote. Ay, Dios
Yeah.
santo. Dios
So,
mío.
look, it's not we're not against The Last of Us 2. I actually thought gameplay wise was solid.
Right.
The plot, and it's not because of this or that. It's like there were questions I had that they never answered. Like the ending made no sense to me about like why did they suddenly they built all this world around the ending and then they never do anything with it.
I'm just laughing because it's so bad.
Yeah.
Somebody pointed out something that I need to say. I put it in on a note, but how can I explain it? Somebody posted that there's like that new mode, right? That there's like a fighting mode and
the roguelike?
Yeah, so somebody pointed out that it's like, well, it's kind of counterproductive to put that kind of stuff when the storyline is don't be vengeful and violent. Like, this is stupid. Why are they putting this? It's like, because it's Naughty Dog, bro. So
yeah, but even if so, the game's coming out of this. Yeah, okay, I understand that. The game's coming out in January 24. So we got another one on. Well, this one actually is so low on my radar that it's not even funny. Like I'm like walking over this one.
What?
But yeah, I know what you saw of what Rock said.
Oh yes, I can't wait for that. That's gonna be
but
bad.
It's like if you're looking for marketing synergy, that's not happening here.
With The Last of Us 2?
That's what I'm talking. Yeah, with the remaster. Like Illy said, there is a roguelike called No Return, which I think is like I'm not really sure what it was. And then there are lost levels that will be explorable with. Are you ready for this?
Oh boy, Brandon, tell me more.
It's going to have. Hang on.
Yes.
It's going to have developer commentary.
Yes. It's just that it's so you're gonna have commentary DVD kind of crap while you're playing and or watching the cutscenes.
I guess I don't know.
That's what I saw. Is like I don't need that crap. I don't need that crap, Brandon.
Isn't that why I have the art book?
I don't need that shit. It's like.
By the way, we should stress here, Illy's a huge fan of The Last of Us.
As I said on my interview with Rockaga.
Yeah, and I bought The Last of Us 2, like a special edition of that. We have the art book sitting here. This is not a complaint about the game itself. It's like, can't you do something new yet?
Can you do something that is not The Last of Us? Please? It's all I'm asking. I mean,
See, the funny thing is, Illy from 2 years ago would have been like, no, don't stop.
Yeah, but I got the show. And I'm like, this is fine.
Yeah. It's more, we have a lot of, from a story side of things, I still feel The Last of Us 2 should not have been Joel and Ellie part 2. It should have been Abby and the other girl. That was a lot more interesting shit going on. You didn't need to put Joel and Ellie in there.
Yep.
That was a lot more interesting, and if they had just done that, I think that game would have been a lot better. But no, we have to have Ellie's revenge boner for the entire game.
Revenge boner. Sounds about right.
And the gameplay's solid. I wasn't saying that. The AI was very innovative. There was a lot of things on the gameplay side that I liked a lot.
Right.
But the plot of the game, it was like, oh, look, here's a pothole the size of a Buick. Let me just walk into this.
So there was a lot of potential because I love the cult thing in that fucking island. That's like, oh shit, that sounds like a good way. Wow.
And they completely ignored it.
So you know how I felt? You know like in those like side shows on the carnivals where you get in, it's like, oh, that looks really, why are we not stopping? Stop, I want to see what's about that. And we keep on going, like we keep on going. It's like, I want to see what the fuck it is. Well, if you want to see it, there doesn't exist. It was just a backdrop. Ugh.
By the way, for those of you that are just joining us, that is the link tree link to all of our stuff also. Sorry, I just managed to get a hold of it. Continue.
But you see what I mean? It's like, why are you like, it sounds like you want to do a third game, but you could have like, the game was short as hell. If you think about it, it was short as hell because it was just whatever Ellie took till she bumped with the other chick and vice versa. It was pretty much
Okay.
what it was.
So I think that's kind of, Rock brought up a point of, I would like to see a game with various character perspectives, kind of like the show Black Sunday. That can work, and that's, I think, what we're talking about, because I remember when they announced The Last of Us 2, I thought The Last of Us 1 ended perfectly.
Yeah, it didn't need anything else.
It didn't need it, but then they brought it up, and my first opinion was, as soon as I saw it, was Joel's dead. There's no way around that one.
Yeah, I didn't want to see that though.
But outside of that, I was always cool with, like, if they're going to do a Last of Us 2, do it in the universe. Like I said, we just mentioned, if you just left Abby and the other girl alone, you'd have had a hell of a story to play with, because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on there.
Wow, I honestly, I was like screaming, "No, papacito lindo, please don't die." That was pretty much what I was thinking when it happened. But it happened, and it's like, we're gonna show it in your faces, and you're gonna hate this girl. And then it's like, well, now you're not gonna hate it. You're gonna be compelling with her because he killed his father and me, bro. I put a gun at that guy, and I shot 17 times. I did not care for that man. So anyway.
Okay. So anyway, the other problem I had with the whole story of the whole thing was, like I said, it did not need to be done. There was an interesting story that was going on with that. I was actually okay with a lot of what they were doing in the story until you got to that point where it's like, okay, you've done 4 days in Seattle as Ellie. Now, let's rewind time to this very important situation that is like so tense that you need a resolution now. Let's rewind back 4 days and do it from Abby's perspective and get back to this decision. It's literally...
It is true. It is true.
Yeah, and it's like, after these messages, we'll be right back. That's literally what happened.
I remember yeah.
I remember a couple of people we knew, we were all like, I literally stopped caring right now. Like, I just want to see what was happening. Like, why are we doing this?
The worst thing is that they do it twice. If you think about it, because the first was that, like, let's cut it here. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, now you want to see the, okay. Then it happens, they fight, and they separated. Like, we have that moment with Ellie has the baby with the other chick, and all that stuff happens, and it's like, no, well, no, I need to go and find her. It's like, so you're doing it once again. You're doing this shit once again. It's not fair. It's just a mismatch.
And it's a vicious cycle, I think was the... I think the theme was, like, you know, it's a constant cycle of death, which, okay, fine, if that's how fatalistic you want to be in life, cool.
That's the thing.
It's what more important things in life. Like,
it's what I was saying. Like, what they did with, like, oh yeah, it's a roguelike thing. Is like, you literally are telling us that it's bad to do this because it's a circle of violence. I even forgot that the brother of fucking what is it? Joel is there at the end, and he's like with no eyes, no leg, something I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember. So it's like, it's so bad.
It's frustrating. That's the word. It's frustrating, and it's more. This could have worked really well. I mean, I was okay with it doing a franchise. But then they did this stupid thing, and it's like, why? Why are you doing this? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I hate you. I hate it, every moment of it, but, you know, I tried to play it, Brandon. You saw me trying to play it. I think I streamed it for a second, but
Oh, do we want to talk about the death wish Neil Druckmann had against my father?
Oh, I shouldn't be laughing at that, but go ahead, Brandon.
Oh, it's okay. So before we continue with the story, I don't think Neil Druckmann ever met my father. I just
No,
want to,
no,
but
no,
it's
no,
just you're
no,
gonna
no.
hear this, and it's just like there's a weird coincidence or something with this happening.
Yeah, he's having
So,
like a problem.
Last
Right?
of Us 1 comes out. Last of Us 1 comes out, okay?
Right.
I'm playing the game. I'm enjoying it. It's a really good game. And then we get to a point in the game. It's the Pittsburgh area. For those of you that know, you know what happens to Joel.
Yeah.
Just before that scene happens, something in my brain, I don't know what, just went, you need to stop playing for a little bit. So I set the controller down and I went and did about things in my life. A
Right.
couple of days later, my father got shot.
He got shot while working,
Yeah.
if I recall.
While working, yes. Now, he lived through that one, okay? Let's be fair.
Yes.
He lived through that one. And I booted up the game, and then Joel takes his dive onto the barb, and ooh, and that kind of shook me.
Right. Right.
So, they announced The Last of Us 2, and I'm like, oh god, why are you guys doing this? Do you guys want my father dead? Last of Us 2 comes out. My father is deadly stage 4 gallbladder cancer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the game comes out, he's dead 2 days later.
Yeah, this is why he doesn't want another Last of Us game. He doesn't know what this
I don't know what you do with a corpse after this.
I'm just saying, like,
Like, what do you do for encore, Neil?
it's so bad. Such a bad.
Like, I'm not saying this man had an intent on this. It's just weird coincidence.
It was
That
weird.
2 games, and then my father's dead, and Joel dies in the second game. I'm just saying. And yet, I am not a circle of violence person that's like, I must kill everybody. I'm laughing about it.
It was kind of funny and tragic at the same time.
Yeah.
He's okay, kinda, Rockagoth. I'm just gonna say he's okay, kinda.
I mean, you know, those nights where I'm asleep and I just say, must hurt. But no, that's besides the point. I'm kidding. For anybody that listens to this, I am completely kidding. I don't hold Neil Druckmann responsible for this, but it's just, you kind of have to look at the evidence to this. And then the funny thing is, I remember he posted something on Twitter about, like, what's your memory of this? Or no, I think it was the voice actor or him, and I just told that story, and it's just like, into the ether, nobody noticed.
If he noticed it,
He just is like, and moving along.
I am just gonna ignore that shit.
And well, you should, but it's just so funny how that happened.
My God, the lore of The Last of Us in our family. Huh?
Yeah, it's something. It's something. It's more like, wow. I remember that game came out, and I'm like, well, you finally did it, you bastard. You finally did it.
Anyway, all is good though. We're good.
Oh, yeah, we're fine.
We're fine.
Anybody from My Dog is listening to this, could you just make a new Uncharted and spare my family some pain?
Yes, please, because I'm the only part of his family, and I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Knock on fucking wood. I'm knocking, bro. I'm knocking.
Or maybe. they're
No,
trying to
Brandon.
get to me.
No. Why? Okay. Please don't. Knock on wood. I'm knocking on wood.
But yeah, knock on wood.
Everyone
But it
knocks
is
on
very
wood.
yeah, it is very funny to me how we have all these things from Naughty Dog, and yet they were at one point considered the like apex of the cinematic single player. Like these are the guys that it's like we put on the pedestal and was like, do that, do what they do.
Right.
Out comes Insomniac, shoves them off the pedestal, and just holds up Spider-Man.
What's away?
Yeah. But no, it's very funny to me how, like, I would even say Guerrilla has kind of taken that note too with Horizon. I haven't finished Forbidden West yet, but still, I mean.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you haven't finished it? Really?
No, well, we got a PlayStation 5, and I just haven't put it in there yet.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about, like, I've noticed with my gaming, it's a stacked year, and I'm trying to keep up with everything that's going out, obviously.
Right.
And I said the first Horizon was kind of a victim of that because that came out the same week as Breath of the Wild. And of course, if anybody knows me, it's immediately like, what's this shiny thing? I don't care. I'm getting the Master Sword.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
And then I circled back later on, and I said I was playing it, and I was like, "Wow, this game is really freaking good! Oh man, I'm so glad I played this." And so I forget who I was talking to. It was one of your friends on Twitter. They posted something about like the Game of the Year thing from the Game of the
Oh
Awards, and
yes,
how
Spike.
Armored Core wasn't in there.
Yes.
And I said at the time, I'm like, "Look, I'm playing it. I'm not gonna lie here. I don't think it's Game of the Year caliber. It's a great game."
Mm-hmm.
Now I started playing it again. I'm not at the position yet where I can say it's a Game of the Year, but it's slowly building its case.
Right, right, right.
Because it's like I'm playing it and I'm getting more stuff and I'm watching it. I'm like, the story's not bad here. Okay, I'm still sucked. Oh, one more mission. One more mission. Oh my God, it's midnight. I need to go to bed. I mean, it's like showing the signs of things that I look for when I look for a Game of the Year contender.
Right.
And I may have to eat my words on that one. I'm not going to lie, and I'm fine with that. But the case is being made by Armored Core right now, and I have Spider-Man sitting there. We just got Mario RPG. I've been focusing on that today. I'm sure I'm going to get back to Spider-Man
Cute
at
as
some
a
point.
button, that game. Cute as a button.
Great music, too.
Oh, yeah, no,
The music's impossible to not like.
It's just, I'm cool with it. Like, Brendan is playing, I'm like, and I just moving my little
And for those of you that don't like the new arrangements of the music on Mario RPG, to which I say, what is wrong with you?
Very, very much. Gets checked.
That being said, if they bother you, there's a setting you can just play the original music.
Yeah,
and the original music's just as good.
It's as good as it is. But if you want to be that kind of hipster, go nuts.
Yeah, hey, that's fine. But still, it's one of those. Okay, this is good. But I said that about Armored Core. Now I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow, I may have to eat my words by the end of this because it's like I feel like I'm nearing the end of the game and I'm like, this is showing signs. Unlike Final Fantasy 16, which is like, it's turning into labor. It's turning into work.
Right.
Gameplay loop's very repetitive, but I've played a lot of games where it's like, okay, a gameplay loop can be repetitive, but the story can really drag you through a lot of that.
Yeah.
And the problem is the gameplay is holding back the story.
Well, yeah, I've been trying to watch that one with you, but it's like I'm just gonna go. Call me when something important happens.
Yeah, and I have, and it's very few and far between, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's like I got shit to do, I guess.
Yeah, no. I will say, however, Mortal Kombat, I have not played it, but I'm losing interest in it day by day because of all the crap I'm hearing with the microtransactions and everything.
I hate this, and I heard that.
Yeah,
too. That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I will also say Street Fighter. Although I feel a lot of these the fighting games I don't put in Game of the Year contention because a fighting game at launch versus a fighting game even a year later, it's like its final form. It's like you're watching a Frieza transformation occur in real time.
This is in my final form. That kind of shit.
So Street Fighter, while it has its issues now, I have of the opinion that if it cleans up some of the balance tweaks and it makes some of the characters depowered, you have a very solid fighter again.
Right.
And Mortal Kombat might be in the same. However, the DLC plan is where I just lose all interest in that game.
Right.
Because I just have a problem paying $10 for a fatality that's themed to a holiday.
I don't have like an expectation of anything. I would like to see something for Kojima. Like, I haven't told you, but I've been wanting to play Death Stranding again.
Well, it's sitting there.
I know it's sitting there. That's the thing. I don't know if like people. Do you want to see me walking around peeing in places? I sure do want to do that.
I would walk 500 miles. And I would walk 500
that actually
more to
sounds
be
like
the man who walked 1,000 miles. Sorry, continue.
They're gonna demonetize us. Oh wait, we're not monetized.
Getting money.
No, but I wanted to say that. Sorry. I mean, I have like the perras ganas to play that thing for some reason. It's like, I think I need that on my life because the Attack on Titan just like makes me. I mean, I just want to scream at everything, and it's great. But I think like I just need to grab my digital baby and rattle it a bit, like while I pee and make like fungus in the floor, like oh look, my little fungus, and then find Junji Ito wanting some beer or some bullshit like that. It's like
Conan O'Brien for no reason.
Conan O'Brien gives me if I'm correct, a hat.
Yeah, something like that.
Another hat. So I'm looking forward for that. But
Death
it's
Stranding or Starfucker Kojima's Jerk Off Fest.
yo. I want to play it just because it's
I the concepts were good. I always said there was a really good game under there. It's just wow, that's a lot of walking.
I remember the first time that I played that thing, and it's like, oh, and no, remember those black things? Like, I remember fighting a whale, and it's supposed to, like, you kill the whale and everything goes fine. But every time I fight those things, I left a big ass crater in me. Now what? Well, you fucked the earth in me. Sounds about right. That'd be a thing that I would be doing because I'm a dumbass. So. I mean, I would like to, but I'm still debating. I want to finish
Yeah.
first the Attack on Titan thing, though.
Yeah, well, you might finish it at some point.
I'm almost close to it.
Oh, you say that last weekend.
But it's close. That's the thing. I'm so
Yeah.
close. Anyway, that's not the thing. I was gonna say that I would like to see Silent Hill also too. Like Silent Hill 2. I mean, please. I mean, give me a break. Just because the people are making the jokes doesn't mean that it's like it's filling up that void. I could be playing Silent Hill 2, but the only Silent Hill 2 that I have is the remaster one, and it's shit. It's shit. It's shit. I got nothing. It's
Okay.
the fog looks bad. The gaming is bad. The voice acting.
All's good. All's good.
What the hell happened, Brandon? What'd you do?
My keyboard fell.
Well, that's on you. I didn't pay for that. So.
Yeah. No, the wire caught it.
Okay. Anyway, that's the only thing I want. I'll stop. I'll just shut up.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I'll just shut
Not
up.
even mad about it. It's just, yeah, it's a lot of things, but I'm more just surprised at the sheer going back to the Last of Us thing, and it's more, man, how bad Naughty Dog's fallen as of late.
Yeah, Uncharted would be a good game to come back, but I don't want another Uncharted.
No, I'd be okay with an Uncharted if it was the Chloe character. I'd actually be down for that.
So,
but you'd have to play the games to get that one. I guess.
Okay, so Brandon, how many games are there out there of Uncharted?
If you include the Lost Legacy expansion, there's
all of them.
4.
4 of them?
Yeah, 4 that are important. There was a PSP one, but I wouldn't worry about it.
I mean, I'm talking in general, all of them, so it's 5.
Oh, 5 if you count remasters. There's 6, 7, 8. 9,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
with all the reissues and all that. Which, by the way, Uncharted 4 got reissued for the PS5. I'm still not buying that fucker.
But okay, so it's 4. 4 games. Okay.
Yeah, the expansion is a nice epilogue. I will say the Lost Legacy is a nice epilogue to the Uncharted games that happened.
We don't need another one. Why?
No, I think you can do it, but it's again, you have to play the games to understand why I'm saying this, because they set it up at the end for something.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
But not in a. It won't be Nate Drake. That's all I'm gonna say, and that's not a bad thing. And that's why I said if you played Lost Legacy, it sets that up for a character. That's why I'm saying that.
I think. Okay.
No, go ahead.
I think the movie made more damage than we thought. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. So. No, I think The Last of Us 2, whether you want to admit it or not, because of the blowback it got, made more damage than
they're trying really hard. Like maybe this is gonna be the research. No, you need to stop. You need to stop and do something new. Stop something new. That's all.
It's like the first Last of Us was really a very good, very personal. It was. Look, in all fairness, that was the apex of Naughty Dog. That is like them firing at all cylinders. Uncharted 4 did not reach that level. I'm okay with saying that.
Right, okay.
And then The Last of Us 2 continued that downward drop. And now they're like, well, we're just going to make remasters. It's like, why?
Because it's cheaper and easier.
Yeah, and also at the same time, I feel like there was also, remember, rumors of a multiplayer game that they were going to make for The Last of Us.
And they didn't make it. They didn't make it.
Well, there was a rumor going around that was part of the reason why they bought Bungie, was because it's like, well, we got these people that made Destiny and they have this group that can do this stuff. And I feel that this roguelike that they include in this game is the aftermath of that.
This probably is, and it didn't work out. I'm just going to say that. Well.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, what you're seeing here, And part of it is Rocket Goth brought up a point about like the Last of Us TV show. Yeah, you want to kind of get that Marcus synergy, but I feel that this train might have left the station, and it's going to be really
For
interesting
sure.
to see. It's going to be really interesting to see how season 2 goes, because I don't think they're going to alter anything story wise.
They
Because
are not. They are
yeah,
not.
because Druckmann set his toes into this, and while I applaud the guy that made the Attack on Titan finale stuck to his guns, I'm not sure it's a good idea with this one. I could be proven wrong, and maybe
I don't know. They did change a lot of things on the. Well, they didn't. They added up lore.
they spiced it up. Yes.
Yes, which I'm cool with that.
Now,
I
if they made the intent of The Last of Us season 2 without Joel and Ellie, which I know sounds counterproductive, we could have something there.
Oh no. They're gonna bring them back. Also,
I know.
I think the next season, if I'm correct, is gonna be about the other chick. They already have her cast, I think.
Oh, who's she? Who's playing
Abby.
her? They announced her. Who's playing Abby?
So, I think there were rumors that she was gonna be the original Ellie because she fucking looks exactly like her.
That girl's gonna have to go to the gym. That's all I'm gonna say.
But when she's a kid, she does kind of look like Abby when she was a kid.
Yeah,
So,
but if you're trying to make, but still, it's like that girl needs to go to the gym. Be honest.
Yeah, because she's a squirt. It's like when I saw
Yeah.
her, I was like, really? It's the same thing that we were talking about Mary Jane. Why did you grab the blonde and make her redhead, and the redhead you made her blonde? Does not fucking make sense. But okay.
Also, at the same time, it's like if we're gonna actually cast to like accurate bodies type,
Yeah.
okay,
Uh-huh.
we should cast Brian Cage from AEW as Abby, because that dude's about as
I mean,
like get
Look.
Sorry to put on a blonde wig. Come on.
yo, I am like, yo, it's like, I don't know. It's gonna be a train wreck that second season. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, you're not wrong there. You are not wrong.
yeah, I mean, I know a girl at work that she has those arms, Brandon. You see her far away, she always uses hoodies, but you don't notice till, like, the other day she was wearing like a short sleeve and me,
Yeah.
son of a bitch, you can slap me whenever you want, I told her. She's
I
like,
feel like Abby, after her father died, went to the Vince McMahon gym of Swole.
yo, yeah, because goddamn, she, like, that chick, like, look, not gonna lie, in that scene when she's having sex with the other guy, it's like, there's no titties there. There's nothing there. It's just pecs. And that's fine, I guess. But I know that she's like not transsexual, if I'm correct. She's just really jacked up.
Yeah, but it's like you were watching that and you were like, are they gonna tell us anything?
Are you gonna are you gonna reveal? Now it turns out that the little Asian girl, boy, was actually a trans.
And there's nothing wrong with that. They
No.
actually were really subtle about it.
No, and that's kind of why I was like, so are you doing this with Abby? No, Abby just has like a problem with body dysmorphia, and she needs to be very jacked up. And me, okay, that makes sense. but I'm sorry, that girl has big fucking guns. That I'm still.
I remember playing that game and I was like, are we gonna have boulder punching competitions with Chris?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, please let us know if you know who's playing her.
She
You know who's
is.
playing her.
She's around in the internet. They already revealed her, but it was originally the girl that was gonna be Ellie. That everyone said like this would be great for Ellie. No, we're gonna grab you. Like that's.
No, that girl's like, I'm staying far away from that stuff.
Yeah. Oh my god. Boy, howdy. Look at the time though.
Yeah, it's sadly getting time to wrap up. Yeah.
Because tomorrow I need to go very early to
Yeah,
work.
she's
Nobody
at 4
told me.
a.m.
Nobody told me.
So, I don't know if Caitlin Diver. Okay, let me see if I can pull up the picture.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
So a picture here, and then we'll wrap up. Hold on.
You're gonna see her, and you're gonna be, oh, that chick.
Yeah, she's gonna have to go to the gym.
You saw her. She was originally, when everyone was fan casting, she was the first one that everyone jumped, and the guy from Game of Thrones, the blonde guy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So the one with no hand. Jamie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So that was the fan cast back then.
Oh.
What?
Oh, wow.
What?
No, there's a connection to Naughty Dog already.
What?
I'm not going to spoil it because it's plot for Uncharted.
I don't care, but okay.
It's Nate's kid at the end.
Oh, is
This
she?
girl, she mocapped.
She's a mocap?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're grabbing a lot of actors. Remember, the woman that played the one from the Fireflies is the same one. And Ellie's mom is Ellie.
Yeah.
So.
But that girl's gonna need to go to the gym.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so with that in mind, we could do another one of these next time we do a show. I'm not really sure what we're gonna do on half-assed. If we're gonna do a Twitch and then that or this or that. One week we may do it here, one week we may do it there. I'm not really sure yet. That's actually an option we could consider.
I say just stick around here. Because for me it's harder to be moving around.
Well, at any rate, we will not be doing a show next week because, as Ellie mentioned, first off, it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And secondly, we have family in town, so we will not be free until Sunday night, and then we have to get ready for work the next day, and that's assuming she's going to function.
That's a big if.
Yeah. I may sneak in a game stream on Monday or Tuesday. I haven't decided yet. Just kind of cool on Twitch to cool it down.
To be perfectly honest, I am free on Monday, but I have a lot of work because of the story.
Yeah.
So I won't be streaming this week for sure.
But I mean, we're around on our Discord, which you can get to in the link tree. We're on social media. You can find us there. I think that's about everything. Thank you, everybody, for stopping out here, and thank you everybody who subscribed tonight because we shot up a little more than I thought we would. So I'm kind of content with that.
Just cute.
And any parting thoughts here, Illy?
Just gonna say thank you for always the support. I appreciate a lot Rocket Goth because she's always here. Paco is always here.
Yeah, thank you so much.
My friend Vintage Gamer, he has like a channel of old school games here at YouTube, and he's been also doing it for a couple of years.
Please check him out. Yes, please check him out.
But again, I appreciate everyone's attention, and I hope that this is like a new phase that we're gonna make it work. And god damn it, just pray for me because this week is gonna suck.
Yeah, and I'll just be standing there like, I guess I gotta do things.
But going back, this Tuesday, it's chapter 4. If you're interested and looking
Links on the link tree, and it was also earlier in the chat if you saw it.
If you subscribe, you can get notifications. You can read it on your email.
And it's free for right now.
It's free, yes. So that's pretty much all I got from my end. I'm just happy that this worked out.
So, okay. On that note, guys, thanks everybody for stopping in, and we'll see you in time here on the Half-Ass Show on Magic Ninja Robot. Thanks everybody for stopping in. Have a good Thanksgiving. If you see somebody in retail, be nice to them. They're going through hell right now.
Yeah, or I'll spit you in the face.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Night.